Good morning, everybody. So with today's video, got Chad here, and we're going to be doing, well, it's a first impression for me and like a third take for him of the latest JPG Male Elixir Absolu. Okay, yes. So I wasn't sure because there is another one, so the original Elixir, so this launched in 2025, yep. Woody Aromatic, I believe. So I got it here, and we also have it on test strip, including the original Male Elixir.
Yeah, this is I bought a gift set and it came with a little 10 ml of the original Male Elixir.
And I think I did this one with you.
Oh, Male Elixir?
I think so.
Yeah. So, I think so, yeah.
Okay, so I can tell you this much. This is different than from what I remember from the original.
Yeah. So I gotta remind myself here. So they're both on the testers, right? So
I get, like, from the skin, I get this plum lavender combination. Now, I did briefly look at the notes. Plum is definitely there. Lavender, I'm not sure though.
Yeah. So they all have. This is a flanker of the Elixir, so you can expect redundancy here. So if you're going into it expecting a different opinion, it does have the similar DNA with some twist. It's more like a twist, like something you would see out of like a clone, you know, twisting a fragrance a little bit. It's
This is a little louder. Like, so the Absolu is a little louder than the Elixir itself.
Yeah, that's kind of one thing I noticed as well. The opening is a little bit more potent. Something I noticed.
Because I remember last year's, was it last year's release, the Elixir?
I think it was 2023.
Okay, well, I remember that one being really polarizing.
Oh yeah, well, there's a lot of people in the community that don't like it. I like it. It's not my favorite from the line. Like, I prefer the Le Parfum. This is, I'm still a fan. I know it's your favorite brand and everything. I'm stealing your thunder here, liking it, but
no.
But you know, it is a polarizing release in terms of it's separated the community between it's like the youthful TikToker fragrance versus the old heads in the community not liking it too much.
Old head and TikTok, I can really see a lot of the TikTok guys liking this.
They do, yeah.
There is a certain, I don't want to say sex appeal, but you know, I'm gonna be young. It's sexy, it's fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my old man throwing shade at the young, okay? So, but there is this sex appeal in a younger person's way.
It is very sweet. So like, if you know, you're expecting that whole like masculine man's type of cologne that you're expecting, this is not it. This is more like a youthful refinery change of men's perfumery that you're smelling here. It's like very sweet, very loud, very attention grabbing.
Okay, so lavender is in it. So it's plum, lavender, and tonka as the base. So plum top, mid lavender, base tonka. But I do get that lavender in the opening. It's only been on the hand for 10 minutes, but even then, when I sprayed it, I'm like, okay, there is this like fresh lavender-ish vibe, but the plum, I would say, is the main accord.
Yes, yeah. The plum, it's basically, the thing I'm able to detect as a difference in these is like the plum kind of shifts the sweetness. The original one had honey. It was a honey tobacco combination, something like you'd find in Naxos. It was very, you know, like almost gave this like a licoricey anise vibe to it when it was combined with the honey and all that stuff.
There is a lot more going on in the original. So you got honey, there's also vanilla, benzoin, there's tobacco.
Yeah.
So there's definitely more going on.
I feel personally like this new Absolu is more simplified in a way where it's just like amplified sweetness, taking away that kind of earthiness. Like, to be honest, you're really gonna have to nitpick to find like too much of differences here. Like, they're very, very similar in my opinion.
There is some similarities, but I will say I actually prefer the original.
Yeah, me too.
Over this one here.
Me too. And that's what's gonna disappoint a lot of people, is because releasing a flanker of the original Elixir is gonna get a lot of people excited, because this was a very top seller of last 2 years, right? Everyone was talking about all the influencers and stuff. So
yeah.
This has a lot of hype and a lot of people are going to be excited about this, but if you already own the original, I mean, a lot of people are going to be disappointed here. I'm not going to lie. Like, this, you're going to have to, if you don't have either or, you're going to have to figure out which one works for you, because I like the original better, in my opinion.
I could definitely see this being a banger. So longevity, I could see this being at least 7 hours.
At least. Yeah, for me it's like 8 to 12 hours range.
Yeah, so definitely it's a beast. And I could definitely see the projection being crazy. So young people, less is more when it comes to the application. So sissy sprayers, okay? So if you watch like certain individuals, they will all over their body. If you're looking to pick up the honey, you might kind of be repelling them.
And a lot of people, like when on that note, like the more you spray, the less you're going to smell it. Because your nose is going to stop working towards that scent profile after 15 sprays, you know? I have a lot of people say like 20 sprays and I couldn't smell it. And I'm like, dude, because you sprayed 20 times.
Your nose is just completely off, like off.
Yeah,
you slugged it in the face, so.
Yeah. Just tone it back. The less is more with this fragrance.
I would say 3 to 4 sprays.
Yeah.
3 perfect, no more than 4 though.
That's where I hit it with the original as well.
It has this colder vibe, so fall and wintertime,
Yes.
and it has a more of a nighttime vibe. I think that this would be a great date fragrance. Club, yeah, maybe. Mind you, I'm also an older man who hasn't been to the club in over 20 years. But I can see this cutting through like the other bangers that would be considered club fragrances, like as 1 Million, the original La Male itself.
Oh yeah. That was my original clubbing fragrance.
You know, so I could see this kind of cutting through that because it is it's heavy. There is a little bit of a syrupy sweetness to it.
100%, yeah. There's different levels of sweetness in fragrances. You get the gourmand, you get the syrupy sweets, the more lighter sweetness. This is kind of an airy vibe, but it's also
very
dense. Yeah. So
what's weird about this is that I find that like with the plum and the lavender, like kind of like blended together, I'm getting a little bit of a licoricey sort of vibe.
Yeah.
It's very candy like. It's not candy like 1 Million.
No.
Or
this has a very different vibe to it. It's but it is very, very, very sweet. Like that's 90% of the fragrance is sweetness. So.
But it just has that youthful, fun aspect that you're going out a night on the town. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, for sure. Like this is honestly, if you were gifting this fragrance, this or the original, you're set. If you're giving it to a younger man, like don't overthink it. They're very similar, and it's for someone that's a fan of the brand, for a fan of the Elixir line, or just doesn't know any better. These two are both going to be good for you if that's what you're looking for.
If a young person doesn't like this, I'll be surprised.
I would be very surprised as well.
This, for most guys my age, and I got like 20 years on this guy, most people my age won't really gravitate to something like this. Some will, but for the most part, we kind of outgrow some of these sweetness.
Yeah.
Sense.
Like even for me, you know, I like my sweet fragrances, but there's a time like it's just become like so much that it just like I need that more like a different category of fragrances now. I can't do the sweet stuff all the time anymore like I used to.
I'm kind of like moved on. Every now and then I don't mind something that's maybe sweet, but add a little bit more spices to it. Definitely.
Like balance it out a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
It's a fragrance that's not for me, but I don't want to say it's a bad fragrance. This just is a little bit too youthful for this old man here.
And that's totally understandable. Yeah.
Okay, well I got nothing else to add. That's my first impression. Anything else to add, mister?
No, that's about it for me as well.
All right, so it comes in this like the typical can. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Of Jean Paul Gaultier Male Elixir Absolu. My God, some of these names are becoming more and like just longer and longer.
And expect a new Elixir Absolu next year or the year after. I'm sure it'll be Elixir Absolu by Night EDP Intense Edition.
Or 2.0.
Yeah, 2.0, I wouldn't doubt that.
Alright, so if you want to see the original Elixir, check it right here. And if you want to see a smell right that I did with my wife many years ago, like I'm a veteran, I'm a dinosaur at this, check it right here. And any other videos that I've done from this brand, they will all be down in the description box below, including this man's social media, so please check them out. If you like this very video, drop us one of these. Well, thank you for your time, take care, and we will see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.